I was 16, and I was like, that was as like far as I'd gotten in like success with music as like in a potential career. Like I dropped out of high school to play guitar in this band because they had like record deals coming in and offers and stuff.
Oh,
And
is that right? Wow.
yeah, and more or less like it we signed with this like flagship record deal instead of this established record company
Hmm.
because our mindset was like, well, if this is like their first like flagship band they're signing, maybe they'll put way more into it versus a company
Right.
that's very established that isn't that worried about this band flopping versus a company that's trying to like really prove themselves as a record label. And that at the time turned out to be the wrong choice. Obviously now personally for me it was a good choice because everything led to this moment. But
Right, right. Because if you
like
would have been wrapped up, say you would have signed a 3 record deal with what
right.
X record label, then you might not have had the opportunity to kind
Yeah,
of
and
peel out.
I kinda had the know-how to know, like, when to bounce, essentially, and that record company basically just kinda went under and dissolved and didn't last very long, and everyone in the band got kinda defeated after that, and around that time, I was learning more and more about recording on the side, and I was like, "You know, I kinda wanna just start my own band and, like, write my own music because I wasn't really writing or doing anything in that band besides just showing up and playing guitar.
Hmm.
I wanted, like, way more both creative control and just, like, final say in decision making when it comes to like business decisions. Because I thought, even at the time, as like a 16-year-old, I thought like they were doing some kind of stupid things and making bad choices with the business.
It's interesting because when I hear you talk, I mean, being 16 years old, dropping out of school to pursue this thing, like that's a bold move.
Yeah, well, I kind of lived on my own at that point. I'm not gonna get too far into like the
Okay. Yeah,
backstory,
yeah,
but
yeah. Sorry about that.
yeah, no, it's all good. I was like pretty independent as a teenager for most of my years as a teenager, and I kind of just adapted this mindset of like, because that's like the oldest like thing or trope or whatever in the book, where it's like, oh, drop out of school to pursue music and it fails and you're screwed.
Right.
But I kind of just had this mindset and this like internal like confidence or like sureness that I was like, I'm going to, bend the world around what I want to do. I'm not going to like bend myself around what the world wants of me, essentially. So I don't know, I've kind of always just had this like tenacity, so to speak, where if I don't know the answer to something, like I'll ask the right questions until I find the answer. Like I like to figure things out, whether
Hmm.
it's like musically or recording or like a logistical thing with like the band and the business that we can't afford to pay a professional to do, whether it's like tax stuff, you know what I mean? Like
Right,
just
right.
stuff that should not be a musician's job. I've just over the years like had to pick up the slack on here and there because someone has to do it, you know?